Okay, so that will be considered as an attempt. So you will have only 2 more attempts to write. Okay, your retake registration, like I said, will be enabled in your dashboard after your exam date, not before it. Okay, and there should be a gap of 15 days minimum between your 2 consecutive attempts. The scheduling and everything, all the windows are going to be same. Okay, so you will have kind of an experience as in how to schedule an exam. Okay, this is again very important. The exam part is one thing and the college or school application process is a different thing. Okay, just like CAT, you register for CAT by default, you know, your scores are going to go for, you know, some of the, all the IMs. And if you want to make sure that other colleges can also accept your CAT score, so you will have to go to those colleges' websites and then register for them specifically, right? Same thing will happen here also. 5 colleges will have your scorecard because that's by default. Beyond that, you will have to pay for them, pay for those report cards to be sent. And once you select which colleges you want your scorecard to be sent, so those scorecards will be sent. Now that's one thing. Second thing is the colleges they are sending your scorecards, you need to apply for those colleges also. That's a separate thing. You will have to pay separate amount for those. Okay. Okay. So there are 2 ways by which you can write your NMAT exam, right? So the first way is going to be your, you go to the center and you write the exam. So if anyone has not yet appeared, have not yet decided as in you want to go to the exam center or do you want to write at home, okay? From my personal experience, please prefer going to the center and writing the exam. It's very hassle-free. If you are expecting that you will stay at home and then write the exam, you will be like, okay, I'm going to be more comfortable writing in the home, but it's going to be vice versa. It's just going to be the opposite case. So what all procedures, what all things are important, okay, whether you write it at home or whether you go to the center. So exam, when you're going to write at a particular test center that you decide, what all things you have to carry? You have to carry confirmation email, okay. Once you register for NMAT, there will be a confirmation email as to your schedule and the center location, all of that. The second will be the admit card. Now sometimes for some students, admit card comes at a very late date, but you don't have to worry. Even if tomorrow is your exam, at least a day, not tomorrow, suppose you get your admit card today, which is going to be like at least 2 days before your exam, you will get your admit card. It's not necessary that you will get your admit card a week or 10 days before only. For some people it may happen, for some people it just get delayed. So don't worry that mera parso exam hai aur mera admit card nahi aaya. You will receive your admit card. Varun, dates will be different, no? Okay, so if you are under differently abled candidates, so you would require any other document as they will notify you, okay? This part is important. See, because once you reach the center, you really can't rush back home because your exam will be in another half an hour or so, right? So you need one valid ID, photo ID, and another signature ID, original. You can't be like, this is the photo printout of it, or this is the soft copy that I have on my phone. It won't work. You have to carry your original along with you. What are valid photo IDs? These are the only valid photo IDs. You need to have a voter ID card or an Aadhaar card, PAN card, or a passport. Okay, it's mandatory. Anything apart from this, the center executives will not entertain you. And what is signature IDs? It's going to be passport, PAN, debit card or credit card where you have your signature, okay, or the driver's license. So if you carry a PAN card with a signature of yours or a passport, that is good enough because that will be considered as both photo ID as well as signature IDs. Now, there is another query that a lot of students have, as in, do I need to carry my vaccination certificate, or should I let them know that I don't have a vaccination yet, I have only completed my first dose, or maybe the booster dose is not applicable yet. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to carry any vaccination certificate. All that you have to do is once you reach there, they will give you a form. That form is going to be like a self-declaration of health. So it will be written that, you know, I am going to be responsible for anything that is going to happen due to COVID or due to certain circumstances. So this form will be provided to you at this test center. You don't have to carry anything. Everything will be given to you. You don't have to carry any rough sheet. You don't have to carry any pen, pencil, paper, कुछ नहीं. सारे test center वाले देंगे. Okay. Now what happens if you wish to write the exam at home? Now this is a very difficult thing. The first thing is, if you have a MacBook, as in anything that is not Windows, your software is not going to run over there. So it has to be mandatory Windows operating system 10 or 11 only. If you don't have it, get it from your friend, get it from your neighbors, your family. Okay. Webcam, speakers and microphone, these are also very important, and these will always be on. Now, if you are staying at a place where there is a lot of background noise, that will be a problem. You need to be, I mean, the ambience need to be very, very silent throughout the exam duration. Okay. Everything else is exactly the same. But if you're sitting at home, how are you going to show them your ID cards? So what you will have to do is, you will keep it with yourself, the signatures and everything. You will already take a screenshot of it. And when they will be live, you are going to show them on the camera. अब camera बहुत अच्छे quality का चाहिए फिर यानी, right? So writing the exam at the comfort of the home is not an easy task. If the internet goes away, if the power goes away, then there will be issues. Okay. In the event of a computer malfunction or connectivity issue during the exam at the candidate's end, the proctor, there will be a person who will be full-time looking at you, saying if you are, you know, going somewhere. You're not allowed to get up, okay, during the exam ki washroom jaane ka. No. Okay. So that person is going to help you over the call, over the internet, whatever. If there is an internet issue, he's going to, you know, give you a call. He will have your number. And within 30 minutes, if it is not resolved, your exam will be considered inactive, and then you will have to go for the next attempt. Okay, you have to go for another attempt. This fees will not be refunded, which is a very common thing when you stay at home. If not everyone is going to have a very good internet connectivity or a very good setup, right? So if you don't want to get into any of this straight away, you know, choose a center for your NMAT exam. All you have to do is carry your ID cards and be on time. That's it. Pen bhi nahi leke jaane ka, kuch nahi leke jaane ka. They are going to provide everything, even the lockers, so that you can put your mobile phone and keys and whatever you carry. Varun, these exams that GMAT conducts, those are international level. Their standard is very, very high. The same centers where NMAT is going to be conducted by GMAT, right? So those are very high-end, you know, systems that they have, very good internet connectivity. And if there is going to be a problem, it's not your problem, right? So that is something GMAT will consider, which never happens. Neither a system issue will occur, nor a you know, internet connectivity issue will occur. Okay. So when you are going to write the exam from home, you have to be alone in the room. कोई आना जाना नहीं चाहिए, कोई झाड़ू वगैरह नहीं लगेगा रूम में उस समय, ठीक है? Your desk is going to be completely clear. How would they know? Because you're going to take your webcam and you're going to show them around your room. That's how they will come to know nobody is sitting around. Okay, and it should be completely on throughout the duration. Okay, you are not allowed to have any phones around, no headphones, no calculator, no electronic gadget, which is going to be a difficult task again. Ghar pe ho, something or the other is going to lie around. Dual monitors are not allowed. Living seat, you can't leave seat. Washroom nahi jana hai aapko us duration mein, because if you are at the center, then also you are not allowed. Okay, you can't even you know, read questions aloud. Normally people have this habit when they are reading, you know, passages, sometimes they read aloud. You're not allowed. Okay, webcam, speakers and microphone must remain on throughout the test. Okay, your ear should be visible throughout the exam. ये घर पे बैठ के करने पे ear tension है. Okay, you can't be like you know, it's cold, it's the month of December, so I will have a, you know, skull cap over me. Not going to work. So when you are at the test center, you don't have to worry about it because it's an enclosed room, AC is there, so the temperature is completely, normalized. You're not going to feel cold over there. And you don't have to worry whether your ears are open or maybe it's visible or not, because you will have a camera right above you and there will be a person monitoring you throughout the exam time. Okay, your browser should not have any pop-up. Okay, no application should be working from the task manager. You cannot connect to a VPN. 360-degree view of the room is a must, and you are only allowed to have two A4 blank sheets and a pencil. Pen bhi allowed nahi hota exam mein. Okay, so these are so many conditions, and when you start your exam you will have to go to this particular link. So Examity is a website that is going to help you check your system and what all applications are running, if it is up to date, will their software run or not. So when you click on this, you get a screenshot like this, that yes, your webcam is ready, your microphone is ready, you have a Windows 10 or 11 operating system, your browser is this browser, your internet speed is going to be minimum 2 Mbps. Okay, and then there will be a download instruction and download software. Once you download this software, then you begin your you complete the setup, फिर वो चालू होगा. So these all things you will have to do from your end, and if you're not that technical savvy, you are going to face a lot of problem. Or last 40-45 minutes, if there is some technical issue, you can't really run anywhere, right? Because you have to be over the webcam like half an hour at least before the exam, if you are writing it from home. If you're not writing it from home, it's completely hassle-free. Okay, so what about the structure and this course? As we have already seen in the previous sessions as well, so there are 3 sections: language, logical, and quantitative. Language skills will have 36 questions. Each of the 3 sections will have 36 questions. The time allotted, the list is in language, LS. In LR, you have got the next higher number of minutes, as in higher duration, and in QS, you get the highest number of minutes, as in the highest duration you get. QS is also sometimes called problem solving. The range of score is going to lie between 12 to 120, and total there are 108 questions, 120 time allotted, and a range score is going to be 36 to 360. It's going to be adaptive. It's you can select the order of sections that you want to tackle. Okay, and another thing, people ask, when will I get my result? So your result will be given to you within 48 hours. You will receive an email that your scorecard is ready. So you don't have to wait for 3 weeks or a month's duration. Before, GMAT was not there. And if there was some technical issue, during your exam, if you have faced, then your result may not come immediately. They may take up to 5 to 7 working days. 7 working days matlab almost 9 to 10 days. Saturday, Sunday off मान के चलो. Okay. Now, what are these, colleges or the schools that are accepting NMAT score? So, NMAT Mumbai is the first college, right, which everybody writes NMAT for. So that is first college. You have got KJ Somaiya. Okay, you have got ISB, but ISB not all the programs. It has got only one program, which is called Advanced Management Program, is Business Analytics. This is not an MBA program. This is a certificate program. Please remember, आपको MBA का degree नहीं देगा ISB. Okay. Next is SPJAN's 2 programs. One is, this is for women. Okay. And the next one is your management program, global management program, also known as GMP. Then you have got SDA Bocconi, XIMB University, you have got TAPMI, and then you have got at least 40 more colleges. So the list of colleges are huge. You decide which college is good depending upon what were their previous year's NMAT cutoff scores. The better the cutoff score, very likely that college is better than some other college which has got a lower cutoff score for NMAT. So let's look into top 2-3 colleges right now. What are the procedures? How many seats are there? What is the course fee? What kind of companies visit? What is the average package and all that? So the first one is NMAT Mumbai. Okay, So it has got a lot of programs and a lot of different places. So it has got Mumbai campus, it has got Navi Mumbai campus, it has got Bengaluru, it's got Hyderabad and an Indore campus. Okay. So the most important, the one which is very much sought after is the program which is MBA program, which has got 600 seats. It's called the Mumbai campus. The next one is your pharma, MBA in pharma, which is again in Mumbai, which has got 120 seats. Thereafter comes in your MBA Bengaluru, Hyderabad, MBA in HR, MBA in business analytics. Between Bangalore and Hyderabad, Bengaluru is the better one. Okay, always remember. So in the worst case, if you do not score good enough NMAT score and you're like, which campus should I select, Bangalore or Hyderabad? Go for Bangalore. Okay, so you can see that the NMAT cutoff is higher for Bangalore than that for Hyderabad. The fees is not a huge difference. There is almost a gap of 2 lakhs per per course. Pharma is a very good MBA, but this is not applicable for everyone. Same, it's not, business analytics is not applicable for every person. So there are different eligibility criteria for these MBAs. So what are those criteria? We will look into it. Right now, let's decide which college is a better one within NMAT. I believe the final output decides, as in what kind of placement you get, that decides how good a college is, right? So here the green bar shows you the average CTC, while the orange one shows you the highest CTC. Okay, and this is MBA 2022, this year pass out placement record. The kind of companies visit, you can see they are very good companies. So Amazon, Google, KPMG, ICICI, you have got Mahindra, PepsiCo, all these companies visit. Okay. For the Mumbai campus, the highest salary was 57.65, which is huge. And the average salary was 23.07. Okay. The average of Mumbai is not among the highest of other campuses. So that's the reason everybody wants to go to Mumbai campus. The average is 23. Okay. After that, if you wish to go, okay, because of Bengaluru having a better average than Hyderabad, people choose Bengaluru over it, and then they go for Hyderabad. Indore's average is the least, so people do not choose that. Okay. Now, what are the eligibility criteria? So for MBA, Mumbai, Bangalore, Navi Mumbai, Indore, so the MBA program, right? You need to have bachelor's degree from any particular recognized university, okay? With minimum 50% marks in aggregate, plus minimum 2 years of industry experience is desirable. Now, this desirable doesn't mean ki zaruri hai. It's not mandatory. Desirable means they prefer, if you are going to have work experience, at least 2 years. Even if you don't have, it's not that freshers don't get in. They do get in, okay? Business analytics, you need to have a bachelor's degree in engineering, mathematics, stats, commerce or economics, plus minimum 2 years of industry experience as desirable. Again, this is desirable. But mathematics or stats is compulsory for your graduation. If you did not have maths or stats in your graduation, you are not eligible for BA program. Okay, so this is an important criteria. Now, the next question comes in, can I appear for the exam this year? Suppose I've completed my graduation. Yes, you can. If I am in my pre-final year, can I appear for it? Yes, you can. Given that you should have all your exams done and dusted by the admission process, or the admission starts at NMAT, because you will have to submit your mark sheets, consolidated mark sheets or final mark sheets right before it. Worst case scenario, they will give you a month and a half because your university is very, very behind the schedule. Your university as in your graduation college. So NMAT will be like, okay, take 1.5 months, and maximum by the end of September, you need to bring all your mark sheets. Okay. So the candidate must have appeared for all his subjects by the exam. before the commencement of the program. Okay, the exam of none of these subjects should be held after the commencement. So it's not like ki college mein chale gaye na RC Munji and then like ki there is a back in one paper. No, you will be kicked off. So you have to make sure that if you are still in your college and next year in the month of May or June, if you're going to have your final semester exams, make sure that you don't fail in any of these subjects. You have to be very, very careful about that. Okay. There is one discretion though. In case the candidate's graduating university schedules the final year semester exams during or after the commencement of the respective program, the candidate's candidature may be considered subject to NRC Munji discretion. So this statement means the one that I was talking before, that suppose your admission at NRC Munji happens in the month of July end, fees pay kar diya, and 1st of August se suppose the classes will commence for your MBA. But because your graduation university is lagging, they are like, no, you know what, we will need another 3 months to get the results out. So you bring in the consolidated your mark sheet, okay, or the college, NRC Munji college will be like, theek hai, chalo, fine, you are from a particular state university and the state universities are generally, they lag, they delay the results. Chalo, no problem, we'll give you 3 months. But beyond that, they're not going to extend the duration. They won't be like deadline extend nahi karenge. They won't be like September, acha October bhi ho gaya. No. Okay, so you can't bluff that. Pharma. Okay, so the selection process is completely different. Who all are only eligible for pharma? Not everyone. So you need to have a bachelor's or master's in pharmacy, life sciences, medical technology and biotechnology, or you should be a doctor, surgeon, BDS, dental, BHMS, animal husbandry, food nutrition, dietitian, pharmaceutical chemistry technology, fine chemicals technology, macrobiology, bioengineering, BTech in biomedical. So you should have a biology background, and chemistry is going to be important. Okay, so wherever biology goes, chemistry goes. Physics may or may not go. So a person with no bio background will obviously not be doing his or her graduation or post-graduation from any of these streams, right? Bina biology ke, you can't even get into biotech. So this is an important part. People think that, I'm an engineer or I'm a commerce graduate, can I get into pharma? No, you can't. B Pharma, not B Pharma, M Pharma as an MBA in pharmaceutical is very, very, special program that we have. In India, you do not have any such program. The placements are very good. The last one is digital transformation. For this, you need to have mathematics as a compulsory subject. Again, not everyone can apply for your digital transformation MBA. Okay, you should be from an engineer from any stream. You need to have MCA, BSc IT or BSc Computer Science, BSc Physics, BSc Maths or Electronics. In other words, you need to have maths for sure. Computers may or may not be applicable, but maths zaruri hai. Okay. What is the selection process of NRC Munji? So it is 2 stages. Like the first stage is the mandatory test, which is NMAT. They are going to, give you, not they, but depending upon what kind of exam you had or what kind of, let's say, the cutoff is going to be, you are going to be given a call. So that is going to be predicted, okay? Because a student with 236 marks receive a call from NRC Munji, and a student with 234 did not receive a call. So maybe the cutoff was 235 or 236, right? 234 to definitely nahi tha. For these programs, of course, stage 2 is the shortlisting based on NMAT sectional and total score. Okay, the call letter will be, it will be given on your dashboard. So once you register for the NRC Munji college, you will have a dashboard of your own. Just like your Facebook, you have a home page. So everything is going to be notified over there. Now, what they have mentioned is that there could be a psychometric test or a VAT known as written analytic or written ability test, and PI is going to be a surety. So you may have a psychometric test or WAT, and along with that you are going to have a personal interview. Last year all of this was online because of COVID. This year they have mentioned specifically that this is going to be an offline process, unless and until there is another COVID outbreak or some other disease outbreak. Okay. Next college, KJ Somaiya. Okay. So KJ Somaiya, you have got 3 programs under it. You have got your MBA program Mumbai, which has got approximately 600 seats. You have got healthcare management, same Mumbai. It has got only 30 seats, and you have got sports management, which has got 30 seats. So people with background under sports, they generally go for sports management. So obviously for sports management you need to have a sports background where you may have played one or more than one sports at a national level or state level. College level वगैरह ये सब नहीं चल रहा. Okay, I mean even if you go for it, there are so many students with national level certifications and medals. There will be no place for a college level student. What are the cutoffs going to be? The cutoffs are going to be almost similar for all of this. It's going to be around 225 or a little above it. The percentile cutoff is 95 to 98. The fee structure is same. So there is no discrimination in the cutoff and everything. But the second stage, the selection criteria ka second stage, it's different for MBA and it's different from MBA. This is called HCM and this is called SM. So it's different from HCM and SM. How are they different? Before that, well, let's look at the placements. So we are looking at MBA placement. Okay. The top 100 students had an average placement of 15.81, top 200 13.53, top 300 12.52. And if you look at overall, it was 10.95. So it looks like out of 600 students, 600 approximately students that you have in MBA, there are students who do not get very good salary. They're not offered very good package because of the batch strength being so huge. But the highest salary is a good one, right? This is more than double of the average, which is same as the case for NMAT also. NMAT it was 26 average and it was more than 50 for the highest. So more than double if the average say highest is, it's a good indication, it's a good payout. But because of the batch strength, this is an issue. The kind of companies visit, they are very similar to the kind of companies that visit NMAT. But you have got more of Indian companies that visit NMAT, but you have got more of MNCs that, more of Indian companies that visit KJ Somaiya, but you have got more of MNCs that visit NMAT. So first stage is you have to appear for NMAT and then you are going to call for CAPI. CAPI is case-based discussion, and then you have got a personal interview, which is in-depth interview. So the interview is not going to be a so-so, it's going to be a very good interview. So what are the weightages? So this is the difference I was talking about. MBA and MBA healthcare management and sports management, they give you different weightages depending upon which MBA you are going to go for. For a general MBA, your NMAT exam score is going to be consisting of almost 1/3 of the total weightage. So 35% usko dete hain. Personal interview is given 25% weightage. So these two alone is a good amount of weightage. Apart from that, your past academic record, case analysis, right? The CA part, work experience and achievements, these are also included. So if you do not have work experience, you will receive a 0 over there. Achievements, now these achievements may be anything. It may be your singing, dancing, academic, non-academic, koi bhi chalega. It's not necessary that it has to be academic achievements only. Now, in the case of HCM SM, you have got qualifying examination weightage decreases 35 ki jagah, now it becomes 25%. That extra 10% is given to this additional qualification. Additional qualification is the one that I was talking about. You need to have some certifications and medals at state level, national level, international level, right? So those are included over there. And you have got one more component in this, SOP, also known as statement of purpose. You will have to write down a letter cum essay where you have to tell them what is your purpose, what is the purpose of you doing an MBA in the specified course, whether it is HCM or SM. SOPs are generally asked by very good colleges. If you're going to appear for GMAT for international colleges and universities, they generally ask you SOPs. So you do have personal interview, work experience, case analysis, academic record, outstanding achievements. Outstanding achievements, not additional, right? And then you have got an additional SOPs over here. Almost equal, you have got more classifications under HCM and SM. Okay, the next one is a new entry, okay, ISB, not IBS. IBS is XIMB. I'm talking about ISB. Now ISB has introduced a curriculum which is your business analytics curriculum. This is a certificate program, it's not an MBA, okay. So the campus is going to be Mohali or Hyderabad and number of seats are not applicable. So actually what program is this? This is not for freshers. This is for people who have at least 2 years of work experience and most probably they are still working. Because if I am working in a company and I want to grow, I will only grow with the passage of time with experience. But what if I want to grow quickly? So what happens? I want to do an MBA and my company may sponsor me, as in pay for my fees. I will go do an MBA and I will come back and join my company, of course at a lower package than expected because company ne kharcha kiya hua hai mere pe, right? So when you come back, you join the company at a better level, at a better pay package and everything, okay? So the requirement for this particular certificate program is that the applicant must have a bachelor's or master's degree in engineering, technology, stats, mathematics, science or equivalent. So you need to have exposure to mathematics and programming, and the mathematics is not going to be like 10th mein maths tha chalega, nahi. It is a very, very good mathematics which requires a lot of 11th and 12th and maybe engineering first and second year of maths. All those differentiation, integration, matrices, limit and continuity, differentiability, all of these are very much required. Okay, you need to must possess a minimum of 2 years of full work experience on the date of admission, not less than that. This program does not provide campus placement. Why? Like we just discussed, this is for people who are already working. So जो काम कर रहे हैं कंपनी में उनको फिर वो campus placement दे देंगे, it's not going to be beneficial, right? So they have explained in very clearly that participants have company support, right? Generally, and at least they by the time off from work to attend the program, so they are given, you know, holidays. You go ahead and join the program. You attend the classes and courses. So ISB is like we respect the employer support. So we're not going to, we're not going to offer any placements because that will be against the, what shall I say? It's not a rule, but it's more like goodwill. The cutoff is very, very low as compared to other colleges. The percentile is around 80. The fees is 12.88. This includes GST, so it's inclusive of taxes. Selection process is not easy. It's not like that you get a 145 score in NMAT and you apply for it and you are done. They are going to evaluate you on a lot of different points, which is generally used for the evaluation of, people or professionals with a good amount of work experience. They are going to check your professional success. They're also going to see that if you are good enough for the program. They don't care if they do not have enough people. They will only bring in people who are good enough. So this is like army. Army sabko nahi lege. You need to, make sure that you are good enough for army. Same thing over here. Of course, not the physical fitness they're going to look into, but they're definitely going to look into the leadership potential, track record, traits, attitude, and your mindset. Do you have that mindset that a manager should have? Okay. Your interview is going to weigh a lot. So interview is very, very important. Okay. Analytics function mein zaruri hai, ruchi, as in you should be interested in it, because it's not something which you think an MBA is. It's not that. MBA in business analytics is more like a desk job where you have to deal with a lot of data and huge data, and you need to understand how you are going to manipulate the data to get the desired results. The kind of program ISB is offering right now, there are a lot of other colleges in India and abroad, they offer the same, curriculum and everything. Some of those colleges, they also give you the, the placements support. ISB is like, they won't give you. Okay. So, any question? Top 3 colleges, not top 3, I'll say the top 2 colleges, and the third one I left out, reason being I wanted to introduce ISB program, which is going to be new. Anything? Any query from any particular slide? These are another 3 colleges that you can look into: SDA Bocconi, XIMB, and TAPMI. TAPMI is also a very good college. Preparation strategy, Varsha. Preparation strategy is this. See, if you are seriously appearing for NMAT, then of course you need to write the NMAT exam when you are completely prepared. As in, you may have solved previous year papers, you have gone through all the vocab and grammar, because in language skills you get such questions. You are good with a lot of reasoning type of questions, the kind of reasoning that NMAT asks. So Varsha, if you may have gone through our other videos, we have had a lot of sessions related to NMAT, Quant, verbal, and LR, and DI also. DI is a part of Quant only. So you have to practice those, because speed is the importance, and because this paper is adaptive in nature. Adaptive means unless and until you don't solve a question, as in you don't mark an option for a question, the next button will not show. So एक ही question में आप time पूरा waste भी कर सकते हो. So you need to be very quick. Okay, and it is also